Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Kung Fu Panda 3. So Kung Fu Panda 3 stars Jack Black, Bryan Cranston, J.K. Simmons, Angelina Jolie, Dustin Hoffman, Jackie Chan, Seth Rogen, Lucy Liu, David Cross, and Kate Hudson. What this film is about: it's about, Po. He finally found his father, and his father wants to take him to this secret village that's filled with pandas just like him. But when an evil supernatural villain named Kai comes, there's only one person that has to stop him, the Kung Fu Panda. So what did I think of Kung Fu Panda 3? I love this movie. This movie was so awesome. I loved Kung Fu Panda 3. It is definitely a great animated film, and definitely my second favorite. Now it's my second favorite of the entire series. So yeah. So let's get into my positives, and my positives are the voice acting with the film. The voice acting is absolutely tremendous in this movie. I thought everybody was really good in this movie. Jack Black, of course, as Po. He's perfect as Po. He is this character. He really is. And he's so great. And he's so funny as Po. I loved him in this movie. He did such a great job. He is probably my favorite role from him personally, because he just embodies Po. He really does. And just Jack Black was great in the movie. Bryan Cranston as Po's father. Perfect. Okay, he was perfectly cast as Po's father because he's great in this movie. I thought he was so great in this film. I thought Bryan Cranston did an absolutely tremendous job in this movie. J.K. Simmons as Kai the villain, he was great as well. I thought he did an absolutely great job as the villain. Of course, he was perfectly cast as well as the villain, He did such a great job. He had an awesome theme song whenever he walked into the room. So yeah, J.K. Simmons was great. And everyone else is great too, like Angelina Jolie, Dustin Hoffman, Seth Rogen, and everybody else. Kate Hudson. They're all great in the film as well. I think they were all really good. They did really good in the film as well. So yeah. The animation, of course, the animation is absolutely beautiful with Kung Fu Panda 3. I love the animation with Kung Fu Panda 3. It looks absolutely beautiful. Some tremendous animation. It's DreamWorks, so of course it's going to look great. So yeah. The comedy's great in this movie. I mean, I knew the movie was going to be funny because the other two were funny. I didn't know it was going to be this funny. I'm being serious. This movie's hysterical at times. There's this thing with the grandma that's really, really funny. I'm not going to say what it is, but for some reason it was just hysterical every time it happened to me. So yeah. Just some hilarious humor in this film. This movie was funnier than most comedies, honestly, that came out last year. And this movie's funnier than Ride Along 2. I'm being serious. So yeah, it's hilarious. I love the relationship between Po and his father in this film. It's great. They have some great chemistry. And they just have absolutely great chemistry with each other, Jack Black and Bryan Cranston. They really do, and you definitely see that in this film. I just love the relationship between Po and his father. It's probably my favorite thing of the entire film. So yeah, the writing, like I said, the writing's absolutely fantastic in this film. I love the writing with Kung Fu Panda 3. The directing's absolutely great with Kung Fu Panda 3 as well. The pacing's pretty good for the most part, honestly. I really like the pacing with Kung Fu Panda 3. There's some really good pacing, in my opinion. So yeah. Unfortunately, I do have some negatives with Kung Fu Panda 3, and my negatives are that, that it does feel rushed at times. There are some moments where I felt like it was going a bit too fast. I was like, okay, let's slow it down just a bit. So yeah, there was just some moments where I felt like it was rushing, and I thought it could have slowed down a bit. So yeah. And my last negative is that they misuse the Furious 5 in this film. I mean, really, Tigress is really the main one that really gets a lot of screen time. I mean, the Furious 5 is really misused in this film, which I was kind of disappointed with. But during the film, it's just they're not, used like they were in the first two movies. I was kind of disappointed by that, so yeah. But overall, guys, Kung Fu Panda 3 was an absolutely great third installment, and don't let the whole "it came out in January" thing prevent you from seeing this film, because this is great. So yeah. So it's time for my official grade on Kung Fu Panda 3, and my official grade on Kung Fu Panda 3 is an A-. It's a great film, honestly, guys. I loved it. It's my second favorite in the entire trilogy. The first is still my favorite, and I know that's controversial, the second one being your least favorite. I really like the movie. I just don't think it's absolutely amazing like everybody else, so yeah. So, what did you guys think of Kung Fu Panda 3? Leave in the comment section below. And I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we'll see you out later. Peace.